Hello and welcome back to Where the Demon Lurks. We'll be continuing Toast's route. So, if you recall, in the previous video, because this was a while ago, Toast, the soul who escaped from hell, basically is going to help Kobu somehow get back to hell by, I guess, getting him to help his demon friend, his other demon friend, I guess. Well, I'm assuming he's a demon. I don't actually remember what he was. But the name is Archon, and that usually means like Demon Lord, I think. So perhaps it is a previous Demon Lord. And I believe they were kidnapped by the cult or something. And they ended up having to get help from Moris because he found out that, Kobu is the ex-Demon Lord also. And he was trying to exorcise Toast, but then like Kobu had to stop him. But then it's like, oh no, he's with me, he's good, and also I'm a demon lord. So Moris, the boar, was not very happy about that. So yeah. And if this follows like the other routes, that means that you should be getting help from Lucian, at least in this video. So there's that to look forward to. I wonder how they're gonna change it up. And yeah. So my personal favorites for the routes are Lucian first because, he's the angel, but apparently Moris is the strong one. But Toast is right up there because, he's a hyena. So yeah. So anyways, without further ado, let us continue Toast's route. The world is soaked in inky darkness. A lone, brightly lit figure stands before you, like a single brilliant star in the night sky. You recognize the flowing hair and his usual radiant golden jewelry, Lucian. He twirls towards you like a ballerina delicately bouncing across a stage. The dog mouths something and you instantly understand it as goodbye. His hands draw a myriad of complex figures before you as he slowly rises into the air, dazzling spotlights raining down around him, guiding him up into the heavens as if this were all a stage play. While you, who remains rooted to the ground, watch the display, your mouth agape. A purple hand clamps your mouth shut. The instant you realize who that hand belongs to, a sharp sensation cuts its way through your back as you feel a cold heart blade plunge deep. You scream, but music comes out instead. Loud rock music violently awakens you from your nightmarish slumber. What? Are we under attack? In your frantic state, you spot Toast dancing about in front of your computer. Toast! He doesn't hear you as he air guitars in rhythm to the song's guitar solo. Ugh. You get up and smash the volume button down until you can talk again. Hey! Morning there, bud! Toast, why are you blasting music so early in the morning? I was up before you, and I was bored. You could have gotten us into a lot of trouble. What if the landlord complains? Come on, it's a good song. They wouldn't care. You pull the mane on your forehead back and let out a tired sigh. What even is this song? It's from my favorite band, High Rock. Oh, yeah, they disbanded 20-something years ago. Toast freezes. You didn't know that? Toast shakes his head in a stunned silence. I'm more surprised that you managed to work out how to play music on my laptop all on your own. It took me like an hour to figure it out. Ain't got any real fingers and all. Just as long as you don't click on any weird websites while I sleep. Nah, I just went on something called a browser history and looked through that. You saw my browser history? He nods with a cheeky grin. I think one of the things on the list was big meaty butt. La 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 la, time to work, gotta shower. After a quick clothes change, you grab your backpack and are ready to head out to work. Let's get a move on. Wait, what about breakfast? It's fine, I usually skip breakfast. Toast gasps and floats backwards through the door. Your footsteps feel foreign to you, like someone else's legs are doing the walking. In your mind, you keep replaying the scenes from your nightmares, trying to make sense of it. Hey, Toast? Yeah, bud? You ever believe in dreams? Heck yeah, I had a dream once that I'd get cut in a gang fight, and the next day I lost an eye. You lost your eye in a gang fight? Nope, freak can opening accident. Just as the dream said, I lost an eye. Oh, well, I had a dream last night. Yeah? I saw Lucian dancing off into the sky, when out of nowhere, Vendrick killed me. That's a bad omen there, dude. You think so? In my home, my uncle always told us to trust the meaning of our dreams, because his Nana had a dream that two smaller stars would form around the moon someday. She said the moon was him. Then blam, one day, he adopted me and PB. He became a dad, just like in his Nana's dream. What do you think your dream meant? Something like, if Lucian leaves, I die? Or it could mean that Lucian is such a bad dancer that anyone who watches him ends up dead. Yeah, maybe. But my idea makes more sense to me. After all, we're going to fight Vendrick and save King. All we have is me, you, and Moris. If this dream is right, then we stand a better chance with Lucian on board. I don't know. You really think that Angel is Toast's crew material? Sounds more like a cereal brand to me. Regardless, we're already outnumbered. Fine, if you put it that way, but he's got a lot to prove before he's a part of the team. We should test him, see how long he takes to rob a mini-mart. No, please, let's not go that far. So you're going to tell Moris about this? Thanks for reminding me, yeah. I should do that when we meet him. I trust a buddy. If he doesn't like the idea, I've got ways to make him see things differently. How so? I was going to try to hang him upside down from the rooftop, like that movie trailer I saw earlier. The dude doing it was freaking intimidating. Oh, that movie. It's really good. I liked how... No, don't tell me! I haven't seen it! The ghost floats on ahead to the store. You laugh as you catch up to him. You're busy this morning setting up the new promotional event between a popular anime and a hot dog company. Customers that buy 3 hot dogs get a chance to collect the stickers. If they get 10, they can exchange them for a random package that may or may not contain a rare figure. You strain under the rush of the customers, all the while Toast floats about the store without a care in the world. You catch him messing about with a few of the customers, but there's no chance for you to tell him off. As time marches on, one last hurdle stands between you and a well-deserved lunch break. An awfully persistent customer, unsatisfied with the figure that they got, makes an elaborate attempt to complain about it to you. Look here, I don't mean to tell you how to do your job, but at the other Sunny Fruits in this country, they would let you exchange the figures that you didn't want with another one. Sir, I'm sure that would have been for a different promotion. We can't do that with a random draw. Just get out of here and take your stuff with you. If you don't like it, just buy the hot dogs again. That's not good enough. Look here, I've been standing in line this whole day buying these cheap-ass hot dogs by the dozens. I've been pulling like crazy for the golden figure. I would say that I count as a pretty damn loyal customer. I've gotten this same figure 3 times. I deserve at least another chance to get something different. Sir? Again? I can't give anyone a free pull. You'll have to get the necessary 10 stickers again like everyone else. The customer puts his hands on his hips in a defiant gesture that reeks with pompousness. Look, you're obviously incompetent. Let me speak to your manager. You're taken aback at the accusation. Just as you're about to tell him off, Toast emerges behind him. You watch, wide-eyed and confused. The ghost wears a dark expression as though drawn by the customer's anger. Your eyes dart from the customer to the ghost, your lips tremble and your brow rises as you try to get the ghost to stay away. Why are you just Ugh! Toast's palm phases through the customer's stomach. The customer tumbles towards the counter. Sir, are you alright? It's just an upset stomach. I think those hot dogs are coming back up. Thank goodness. Toast pulls away and struggles to hold in his snickering. Do you have a washroom that I can use? Sorry, sir. Washrooms are for employees only. Fuck, this is the worst store ever. The customer runs out while clutching his stomach. Toast rolls over, howling with laughter. That was a riot. Toast, that wasn't funny. Okay, it was kind of funny, but still. I was just trying to show the little piss pants. How was I supposed to know that I was going to go through him? Yeah, I mean, still. Things could go horribly wrong if you just randomly put your hands into someone. But your conversation is cut short by the arrival of Moris and a large, person-sized package. Am I interrupting something? No, what's that? It's the present that I promised. You got anywhere that I can take this thing out? You point to the staff room while you head to the door and close the shop. You can hear Toast bothering the exorcist from behind. What is it? What is it? A totem pole? A toboggan? A rocket? Not even close. You join them in the staff room, where Moris is taking off the black covers. He reveals an adult-sized wooden puppet wearing a pair of red underwear and a spiked collar. Whoa! Yep. It's a sex doll! Maybe one from the prehistoric ages? No, it's a somebody. Aw, that's sweet. He thinks the puppet is real. Yeah, I did the same when I was a kid. I had a pet marble that I called Tiger. It was the most beautiful tiger eye in the entire neighborhood. Aw, I used to have imaginary friends who played games with me. Usually they were just characters from a show that I watched. You too. This isn't a trip down nostalgia lane. This thing is called a somebody. It's not a somebody. Hey, that's mean. It could have feelings, you know. Morris covers his eyes. It would seem that he is not amused with your shtick. The hyena floats over and hoists the puppet up, grabbing one of the arms and flails it about as if it's calling you to come closer. Hey, good looking. Don't be scared. I'm all bark. You both laugh at the poor pun. Poof. Huh? Somehow Toast's hand has merged with the puppet's. My hand is wood. It's wood, dude. Toast frantically waves his wooden arm. I know. Moris, do something. Hang on. He saunters over to the yelling ghost and smacks the puppet right into him. Poof. A plume of pink smoke emerges from where the puppet laid. What are you doing? Relax, this is just how the somebody works. The smoke is just a one-time thing. You gasp as the smoke dissipates. The puppet has taken Toast's form. Is he? Toast's eye flutter open. What? What happened? It can't be. Whoa! He throws his hands in the air as he tries to balance himself. I have weight? He explores his upper body, pulling at his fur, squeezing every muscle he can find. I can feel? I can feel! Toast grabs your face and laughs. I can feel your face! It's so squishy! He shakes and pulls your cheeks like Play-Doh. Your hands meet his. His fur is soft to the touch, reminding you of a toothbrush's bristles. Clasping his wrists, you expect to feel hard wood. But no, it's the taut feeling of muscle, and what you imagine to be bone beneath it. He brings you close, bending over. He sniffs your mane. His eyes light up. This is your smell. You smell like apple. He takes another whiff of your fur. You giggle, feeling his cold nose rub against you. Toast, stop it, that tickles. Toast runs off to flex his new body as you chat up the exorcist. How is this possible? You brought him back alive? Moris shakes his head. The somebody only simulates life. It's more like he's inside a robot that looks and feels like him. How though? Moris shrugs. You look at Toast, who's fawning over touching the walls on the floor, like he just discovered gold. You'd have to ask the Exorcist faction that made that thing. The original creator died long ago. I just happened to be able to afford one when I moved to Gableton. Dudes, this is amazing! It's like everything's right where it was before I died, even my blind eye. That's great, Toast. Now you can... Hold up. He looks down. Your eyes follow his gaze. The hyena looks into his underwear. Fucking bacon! Where is it? What? Toast jumps on Moris, grabbing the boar's shirt collar and lifting him up the floor by an inch. Toast! I don't know what you're talking about. Don't give me that bull. You know what I mean. A man's pride and joy. You grab Toast by the waist, trying to pull him away from the boar, but he is too heavy and sturdy to move. Fuck! Toast, put him down! What do you need that for? Just give it back! Enough! Konkusa! Blue sparks emanate from the collar. Grab! Toast instantly drops Moris. The hyena's fur stands on end, and his eyes twitch erratically. Blue sparks dance about his body, causing him to shake like an uncontrollable blender. What's happening to him? It's the collar. If activated, it shocks the wearer. Is that safe? Toast is locked in place with a less than flattering expression. He won't die, if you're asking. It stuns him until the controller undoes the command. Like so. No. Toast's muscles seem to relax as he stops shaking. You okay? Toast, the collar is turned off. Oh, didn't notice that. Learn to behave yet? Heck no. Why I oughta? Konkusa? You gotta do better than that. Ding doi. You sigh and shake your head. Well, this stopped being funny a second ago. No. Hey, Toast. Yeah? I brought you some clothes. Just pick out what works. The exorcist conjures his briefcase and dumps pieces of clothing on the floor. Sweet! Free clothes! You can change here. Kobu and I need to talk. What's the big deal? We're all guys here. Whoa! He yanks you out of the store. Hold out your hands. I'll give you control of the Sun Wukong collar. Me? Why? Moris draws a pattern on the palm of your hand. It glows yellow and fades away. Because you're his babysitter, and when he starts kicking up trouble, you can keep him in check. You clenched your hand, now imbued with control of the collar. Well, I won't really need it. Sure you won't. You don't even need me to lend you the somebody. You don't need to be sarcastic about it. I know what's at risk if he's left to roam around. The boar crosses his arms before raising his chin and giving you a skeptical look. I don't really think you do, so keep an eye on that dummy. He isn't that dumb. I meant the puppet. That thing's expensive. It'll reduce his risk of corruption by overwhelming negative effects around him. Hopefully, it'll also keep his urges in check long enough for us to settle all of this. So it's not a permanent solution to stop him turning into an evil spirit? That's not possible. That thing is all magic and wood. It's no replacement for the body of a living person. Our bodies are the filter between our psyche and the outside negativity. Bare souls lack a filter. Everyone's thoughts, their desires, their raw emotions, they all hit the soul non-stop. Like you're taking shots after shots until you curl into a ball of energy that wants to do nothing but consume everything. His steel-piercing gaze meets yours, drilling in how much he's risking by placing trust into you. How long would it take before Toast's psyche falls apart? Has he already started? How would you stop him if he did? These thoughts invade your mind, but no answers reveal themselves. Just then, the break room door swings open. I'm done! The hyena enters. You can feel his gaze upon you. You okay, buddy? You look like you've seen a ghost. He looks at Moris. What did you say to him, punk? You picking on him again? No, we were talking about why it's important for you to stay in that body. Really? That's good. Crewmates gotta get along or the group won't work. What crew? Toast crew. Not even the underworld can keep us down. No thank you. I already have my own group, and that's the Exorcist's house. Now, I don't want to repeat my whole spiel, so let me just say this. Stay in that body or risk turning into a diabolical spirit. A mean, nasty, evil spirit? Like that giant marshmallow monster from that movie? Yes, and you know what happens to that monster in the end. They coated the city white, and not in a good way. That's cold, man. I'm already being kind enough letting you stay there. I even brought new clothes for you. By the way, how did you end up wearing the same getup you had before? Why mess with a classic? Besides, most of them didn't fit me, so I had to make some adjustments. Moris sighs. Alright, I think I'm done here. Where are you going? Well, I didn't get to resupply my tools because of our meeting last night, so I gotta meet my guy. Wait, we need to talk about Lucien. About that. I slept on it, and I've had a change of heart. Oh? Did you have a dream of him dancing too? No. I just thought it over. Are you dreaming about him? Your mouth opens, but you decide against answering. So, you were saying? We might stand a better chance of surviving this rescue mission if we have him on board. I was thinking that too, but he would want me to take up my old job. Yes, that. Well, just do it. No. Well, you got to convince him somehow. Oh, why don't you just offer him something better than what he wants? Come again? Yeah, this happens all the time when I was running with a gang. A gang? You were in a gang? Like I was saying, sometimes the boss wants you to deal with someone that you don't want to deal with. The rival gang leader, the boss's ex-wife, or the town garbage collector. So what I learned was, most of the time you don't really need to give the boss what he wants. You just gotta convince him that your way is better. Makes sense to me. I've done it a few times with my customers. Wait a minute. Did you do that of me? No, of course not. Right. Well, I might have an idea. Please share with the class. Lucien told me that he's after a promotion. If so, I just need to convince him that we'll help him get that. I don't know how, I'm gonna say it, but let's just play along when I bring it up. Got it? Okay. Fine. Just text me his location. I'll meet you guys there. Yeah. That'll be after work for me, around 5. Then I'm off. I've got some shopping to do. Groceries? No, I just said that they're tools for performing exorcisms. Sounds lame. Groceries would be better. Of course you'd say that. Now behave, both of you. Remember. He gestures with 2 fingers pointing from his eyes to the both of you while backing out of the store. You let out a long, drawn-out ugh. Your head hurts thinking about what to say to Lucien. Toast smacks you heartedly on the back. Buck up there, buddy. This ain't no time to be sulking. I've got a body now. We've got to celebrate. A rumble in your stomach reminds you that you haven't eaten at all. Oh man, I've got half an hour left for lunch. Yes, bring on the eats. You walk over to the frozen food aisle. As you survey the possible frozen meals, you realize that this is all coming out of your own pocket. Wait a minute. If he has a body now, maybe I can get him a job? Mulling the thought further, you pick up 2 trays of chicken surprise. The surprise being that it's more rice than chicken. You walk back to Toast. Microwave meals okay with you? Hell yeah! You set the dishes one by one into the microwave and let the machine heat them up. Whoa, look at that! They have fancy buttons on the microwaves now. Makes me miss the big old knobs they had. They still make those models, but they've got fewer features than the modern ones. Look at them spin! His amusement is infectious. You can't help but watch intently as the food slowly spins around. You spent the time watching enthusiastically. After 4 minutes pass, the microwave dings. Toast opens the microwave door, unleashing a cloud of curry-scented steam. I got it! He grabs both trays with bare hands. Ah, hot, hot! He bounces the meals in each hand like a poor man's juggling act. Careful. I got it! He rushes into the break room. You breathe a sigh of relief at his success. Grabbing some utensils from the counter, you join the ghost inside. He sets your meal next to him, all the while he's holding his own meal up to his nose, sniffing the meal as though not to let even a molecule escape him. You hand him his utensils as you take your seat. Let's eat. Aye! Peeling off the plastic cover, you're welcomed by the strong scent of spices and freshly heated rice. Toast picks up a spoonful of rice. He wastes no time wolfing down his meal. Damn, man, this shit is great! You start eating your lunch. Really? I mean, it's alright, but you can get better stuff at a proper restaurant. He doesn't seem to hear your remark and just continues eating. You find some amusement watching someone who is actually happy to be alive. The both of you eat with gusto and the trays are finished in minutes. A satisfied Toast leans against the seat, patting his stomach. Satisfied? Kind of. I still feel hungry though. Like it all went in, but it didn't stay there for very long. Perhaps the puppet can only suppress the ghost's desire to a certain extent. It's not a foolproof solution. Well, keep it in check. I can't feed you 24/7. Don't worry about me. I'm used to going hungry. So, you figured out what you're going to tell the pretty boy? Pretty boy? Oh, you mean Lucien. Kind of, but I'm not sure if you'll take the bait. Well, if someone wants me to do something for them, I like it if they pay me up front. Pay you? Yeah, you think access to all these muzzles is cheap? I took on whatever job I can get my hands on, some pretty crappy ones too, which, looking back, I probably shouldn't have drank all that booze before they explained everything. So, a bribe then. Everyone likes getting a present. You consider the fact that you've kept Lucien waiting for you for a good 2 days. A gift wouldn't be in bad taste. I think the store has some cakes for sale. You can't just give him a plain old store-bought cake. I'm not giving him alcohol. Doubt that one bottle will be enough to get that uptight angel to loosen up. At least make it special, like bake it yourself. Can you bake? Toast smiles. Okay, well, I don't have time to bake or go to a bakery for anything fancy. And I'm sure as heck not letting you walk around town unsupervised to buy it for me. You don't need a bakery. He walks out of the break room. You watch as he goes from aisle to aisle, bumbling to himself. Need this, not this, maybe some of that. He completes a lap around the store and walks back with handsfuls of sweets, snacks, and one slice of cake. Whoa, why are you taking all of that? To decorate the cake, of course. His energetic smile brings out his eyes. I guess he can't really mess this up. Doubt Lucien would care anyways. At least this will keep him distracted till I'm done with work. Just take it all to the counter and I'll pay for it. Woohoo! After scanning through the items, you leave Toast in the break room with his culinary project. At the end of your shift... Alright, we gotta leave. Team B's here and I'd rather not have them chatting it up with you too much. The cake's ready! The staff table is littered in plastic bags and food detritus, all in the name of Toast's culinary exploits. Where's the cake? I put it in its box. Let's go. You spend a few minutes cleaning the room first before leaving with Toast. Along the way, you message Lucien's location to Moris. He replies with a thumbs up. Both of you are closing in on the warehouse district. The workday is over and the crowd of people in the district has begun to thin out as they make their way home. I hope this guy likes cream, because I put a lot of them. I'm sure he will like it. You're even more sure that he will have a scathing comment about the cake. Standing on the sidewalk, the angel has his hands on his hips while Moris is talking to him. Lucien notices you right away. His face twists into a frown at the sight of your companion. He points to you. I did not want to believe this mortal when he mentioned that he was working for you now, but it appears reality is far worse than imagination. I'd like to clarify that I'm assisting with an hourly rate of $6 an hour. Yeah, remember Toast? What's up, pretty boy? Looking pretty, the same as before, I guess. Lucien growls. I see you have a new body, Ghost. Heck yeah, you like? Toast brings an arm in front and flexes it at the angel. Lucian throws his nose in the air as though he's seen far better. Let's go somewhere quiet to talk. There's some parked trucks around the corner. No one's there. The four of you walk over to a nearby alleyway crowded with lorries. You all form a small circle with Moris watching smugly, Lucian crossing his arms while leering at Toast, and Toast just grinning and holding his box. Explain everything. Yeah, well... Wait, the cake! Lucian's eyes widen, startled by the ghost offering a box to him. What trickery is this? The angel conjures feathers and readies himself in a battle stance. Put that away, it's no trick, it's just a cake. I get his reaction. The amount of calories scares me too, yet they are so irresistible nonetheless. Moris, you're not helping. He is a ghost, it can't just be a cake. I saw the stuff he used, it won't kill anyone. Lucian's feathers fizzle away. He takes the small box from Toast and pulls out the confectionery from within. Lucian gets the Toast Mix cheesecake. What was once a simple slice of cheesecake now has a small yellow dog toy sitting on its whipped cream covered top. Sprinkles of crushed peanuts, probably from the bag of peanut mix, gives color to the layer of cream. On the side that there are vanilla wafers arranged along the cake. Behind the toy dog, there's curved sweets arranged neatly. You wonder if they are broken lollipops. Overall, the cake, though messy in its appearance, is very vibrant with the extra toppings. You're honestly surprised that the hyena could pull off such a delicate work. Moris whistles. Ooh, that's a beauty. Make me one. I'll trade you this shiny coin I found. Deal! Toast. A very crude looking cake. It appears many other sweets have been smashed with it. It's tasty. You should try it. I picked all the best stuff. The toppings even together barely amount to the same price as the cake itself, but the work that went into it was something that you could appreciate. I'll consider that suggestion later. The angel puts the cake back in the box and closes it. Now I'm even more concerned. Why are you giving me a cake? It's because we were talking and we think that it would be good if all of us worked together to save King. Excuse me? What is this about a king? Okay, let me start over. You explain the events that led up to King's capture and your deal with Toast. As you speak, Lucian's jaw drops lower and lower. And that's where we are now. I'm speechless. So, will you help us? You omitted the part where you would take back your company. About that. Lucian raises his right eyebrow. Look, I know you're gung-ho about me going back. It's a matter of my promotion and my career, which is basically my life. Yeah, which I can't think about until I get King back. If you want me to focus on taking over the company, you'll help me make sure that my friend is safe. Strangely, that makes sense. As long as Vendrick has that mortal hostage, he has a body shield that we cannot break through. Think about how much Gary would be impressed. You took into account a mortal's safety and well-being first. The angel seems to ponder your idea. Say that I do go along with this. Why would you want to use Toast's plan in the first place when I have the device to locate in the underworld gate? Is that like a house gate? No, it's the gate that facilitates travel to the underworld. If there's even one in Kibbleton. There is. Huh, and where exactly? I don't know. I haven't figured out what my tracker is telling me. That sounds too risky, not to mention how freaky it is to know that there's such a gate here. Who even made it? I don't know. Maybe it's the cult. It sounds like something that they would do. Whoever it is, I'd rather go up against an enemy that I already know rather than some mystery group. Then what am I supposed to do? Just be there, I guess. I mainly thought that you would be useful in a fight. That's it? I'm just a meat shield? You could utilize my skills far better than that. It just means that you're strong. But I have so much to offer. My halo, my magic, and my knowledge. It's starting to sound more like your butthurt that we didn't go with your plan. Well, yes, but this just isn't top angel work. Please, I'd kill for a chance to just do nothing. Back to the question. Will you help us? Look into your heart and consider my selfish request. Yeah. How good that could look on a resume. Angel saves both mortal and demon kind. They'll even name a cereal after you. Lucian purses his lips. It would be an unprecedented move. The other angels wouldn't even bat an eye over an immortal. And you do make a point that you aren't that capable at all. Thanks. Well, I suppose there is no harm. You would still be working towards removing Bandcamp from power. But I deserve better than being benched until something troublesome happens. You gulp. Every fiber of your body hopes that this will work. Lucian sighs as he rests his hands on his cheeks. His head is turned away, giving him the impression that he is disappointed in something. Yet you assume this is just his true self. I don't have a choice. It's either this or I go home with nothing. For now, you have my assistance. Your ears perk up and you smile. Welcome to the crew. Huddle up, crew. Huddle what? Toast pulls everyone in and keeps you all locked in a powerful hug. Toast laughs out loud. Look at this crew. We're going to do great. Mind that shirt, boar. You move it, you smell. Hey, whose hand is on me? All of you squirm a bit to break free, but the hyena's hold is too strong. It takes a good minute before he finally lets go. The smell of your new ally is now buried in your nostrils. Lucian gasps for air as he tidies his disheveled clothes. Moris just pulls out a handkerchief to wipe away his sweat. So, are we done here? Wait, we haven't had our first team meal. Pass. I need to update Lord Gary about these changes. I still have work to do and I doubt you guys can afford my overtime. But we aren't a real crew until we share a drink together. This isn't a social group, Ghost. Whether we have a drink or not does not matter. We need only to do our jobs. Besides, don't mistake my cooperation with accepting your presence. Try to betray us and I will end you. Toast gulps. Just let it go, Toast. None of them are interested. Oh. The angel casts his eyes upon you. I'll be in contact soon. The angel turns and leaves the group. Moris walks over and pats your shoulders. Good job, not Demon Lord. You roped an angel into your cause. Call me whenever you find out how to get into the cult. You aren't coming? Like I said, I got some work to settle. You two can handle it. Man, what am I even paying you for? For the Moris experience, of course. See ya. With that, he drops off. You and Toast head back home. During the walk, you notice the ghost stumbling side to side. He keeps his head low and doesn't mention anything. He really looks bummed out. Is he really that sad about everyone not wanting to hang out together? I don't really know how to help with that. Still, I should say something. Toast? Toast sighs. It's gonna be okay, man. I'm just so hungry. Let's head back home and I'll cook us some instant noodles. I saw a single packet called spicy beef broth in the cabinet. No, wait, that's mine. I'm saving it for a special occasion. Well, good luck saving it if I get back first. Wait. The ghost runs off ahead of you, forcing you to give chase. Haha, those noodles are mine. Keep your hands off of it, Konkusa. In the end, you managed to secure your spicy beef broth noodles, and all you had to do was zap Toast 4 times. In the Demon City, if you pass the Demon Lord's office, then make a left at the Horn's Emporium, there lies a wide open expanse. It's the only part of the city where fields of green can be found. This place is just called a park by the other demons. Not many come here, as there is nothing much to do other than bask in the artificial sunlight or touch the plants that have no name and do not exist anymore on Earth. Vendrick strolls through the park, his walk accompanied by the whistling wind and dull thud of each footstep. In the nearby shrubbery, a porcelain white female eagle statue has toppled over. Vendrick gets on one knee and helps to put the limbless bust back into its original spot. Whatever happened to your hands and feet? Were they so beautiful that someone stole them? He stands and steps out into the middle of the park. A pedestal with only a pair of stone feet remains before him. Vendrick lets out a defeated breath. His hands graze the plaque that reads, "The Third Demon Lord." That fool. Memories of the last company picnic comes to his mind, the first and last picnic ever hosted by Kobu. It was supposed to improve morale among the staff, but it turned into a ruckus when someone smuggled in alcohol. The physical torture demons became rowdy and were breaking things left and right. Kobu tried to gather everyone's attention by climbing up the statue, but it was ancient and never meant to support a demon's weight. Vendrick winced at the thought of the statue tumbling over. He can still see it now, how it shattered into 1,000 unrecognizable pieces when it hit the ground. And all Kobu had to say for it was sorry. A shimmering red portal opens and Nox floats through. Lord Vendrick. What is it, Nox? You know I don't like to be bothered when I am here. Yes, but you also told me to inform you immediately of any Freelancer reports. So, let's have it then. Only one has entered the town and has begun pursuing Kobu. Only one? Where are the others? The others sent reports that their journeys have been interrupted. One states, got into a bus with a group of hippies. They won't let me get off where I want to. Next wrote, got married by accident in Awugas, trying to escape. Then, send bail money. Got sent to a jail for getting caught up in a bank robbery. Useless. Did you relay my new instructions to all of them? Yes, permission to use their powers has been granted. Good. Then inform the other generals to prepare themselves for field work in the mortal realm. Lord Vendrick? I highly doubt that Kobu's luck would continue to save him from a Freelancer with access to their demonic powers. However, I am not taking any chances. You, Amari, and Fortis should prepare to head out and finish the job. But, Lord Vendrick, your sympathies for him are meaningless, Nox. Remember your duties to the underworld. In the Frog General's heart, he laments how this is going to mean more restless nights of filling paperwork and chasing down officers for approval. The Frog says nothing and leaves through the portal, leaving Vendrick all alone. Today you worked a night shift and had the morning off, the perfect chance to sleep in and shake off your mounting exhaustion. You aren't sure what time it is, but you just don't want to open your eyes. If you're to describe love, it is this feeling of being cradled in the head by a soft pillow, a blanket keeping your legs warm, and wrapping your hands around a big meaty. Wrapping my hands? I don't remember getting a dakimakura. You keep your eyes closed and let your hands do the seeing. Whatever it is, you're groping, it feels furry. You run your fingers along its form. It's almost round and it feels heavy in your hands. Like two furry basketballs. Then a soft whimper forces you to wake up. You open your eyes and see Toast's back facing you. Toast? Your arms are wrapped around him. Whoa, sorry man. The ghost turns around. He yawns in your face. You say something, buddy? Why are you in my bed? I thought you were sleeping on the sofa last night. I am? Huh. I must have rolled off by mistake. Man, that sleep brought me back from the dead. Ironic. Well, I'm going to wash up. You can have the shower after I'm done. I want hash browns. We can head to Six Fans for breakfast. Now move your butt. You both get ready for the day. Just as you exit your apartment, you meet Lucien waiting for you. Hey. Hey, Lucien. Was wondering when you'd show up. Meat shield! High five! Toast raises his hands up top, inviting the dog to respond. I do not consent to that nickname, and I most certainly do not do high fives. Someone woke up on the wrong side of the bed. I wasn't sleeping either. I was keeping watch of the apartment. Where? On the roof? Lucien nods. Well, that wouldn't make anyone cranky. Come join us for breakfast. We'll find the cult members after that. I will come along, but do not use what little money you have to get me food. You know our kind doesn't need the same sustenance as mortals to survive. So, you're the weird guy in the group that never orders anything and just watches people eat? Right. You might need to eat something just to keep up the appearances. It's fun. Plus, how can you stand your stomach rumbling all the time? It's an inconvenient mortal trait that we cope with while using these forms. There is no need to entertain it. Well then, what did you do with the cake? Lucien's face flushes red. I don't know what you're talking about. Your eyes narrow and you sniff the air. There is a faint scent of sugary indulgence wafting between the angel's breaths. Ha! You ate it for sure, acting all tough. Did you like it, huh? Did you like how I covered in cream? You can't help but join in on the teasing. Yeah, did you like Toast's cream? You smile smugly at the angel. Lucien wipes his mouth and turns in a huff. It was merely a moment of curiosity, no more daddling. While giggling behind Lucien, the three of you head for the Six Fans. Halfway through your journey, you find a group of people crowding along the side of the road. What's going on over there? The crowd cheers at whatever or whoever's in the circle. Let's look! The hyena rushes off to see before you can tell him to ignore the show. Lucien follows behind. You feel your blood turn ice cold. Somehow, after the first encounter with the Freelancer, your eyes have adjusted to seeing through their disguises. The sight of him twists your insides. In the middle of the circle, a tall, lanky demon parades from side to side, basking in the applause of the crowd. The creature wears a distinctive long coat with pockets cartoonishly filled to the brim with who knows what. His every step is followed by the jangling sound of metal and other things knocking against each other. It's one of them. You whisper to Lucien. I know. We can't let it escape. All right, folks. I've got time for one last show. I just need one more item. I have here another gentleman's $50 bill. Oh, I have a ribbon. Thank you, madam. He holds the two items in the air, tossing them from palm to palm. Now look here, folks, a ribbon on the left, and the money on the right. He closes his fists, leaving only the end of the ribbon sticking out. The demon pulls on the end, and the crowd gasps. The ribbon slides out, revealing the text from the bill perfectly recreated along its surface. He opens his right hand, and the cash is gone. He lets the crowd take a good look at the ribbon before handing it to the lady. Oh my goodness, how did he do that? Wait, what happened to my cash? Sorry, bud, it's all gone. Consider it the cost of the show. Fucking hell, that was my gotcha money for the month. The crowd asks for more, but the demon merely bows and calls for silence. That's all for me for today, folks. Don't worry, if you ever end up in hell, ask for Simulda, and you'll find me. His statement confuses the crowd before they leave impressed, nevertheless. Ooh, cool magic. Awesome. Toast, that's a demon. No kidding. He sniffs the air. You're right, that's the smell of a demon. Here I thought it's just because he has so much trash with him. As the crowd leaves, the demon keeps its eyes trained on you. His sickle-shaped smile sends shivers down your spine. You pull out your phone and message Moris for backup. Somehow, the narrow streets feel even smaller with just the four of you. The sight of your group's threatening presence keeps the other passers-by at bay. No distractions, no witnesses. Why, hello there. Did you enjoy my show, ex-Demon Lord Kobu? The demon waves playfully at you. The three of you get into a fighting stance, unsure of what will come next. I see you've made some new friends. That one. He points to Toast. That one smells like an escaped soul. I'm not. If you're going to lie to me, at least put on a more convincing performance. I've been in this job since the second Demon Lord. I've seen my fair share of all of your kind. And you, Mr. Prim and Proper, I'm surprised Up and Above started meddling in our affairs again. If your boss wishes for another war, I'd be happy to send a message with your pretty wings clipped. Lucien leers at the demon. Pretty bold of you to put on a show. How did you know that we were coming? I didn't. I was just asking around for witnesses. I must say, the last Freelancer did a terrible job of describing you to the sketch artist Kobu. Simulda pulls out a picture that just looks like a cat drawn with very bushy brown hair and a huge fridge-like body. Didn't get anywhere with it. Then I saw these dull mortals just going about their melancholy, and a bolt of brilliance came to me. I must entertain them. Such is the burden of a performer. Something about the theatrical way of speaking tickles the base of your brain. You've seen this demon before. Where have I seen him? You gasp. Wait, the company picnic. You were there. You're the one who wouldn't stop singing and performing magic tricks when everyone was begging you to stop. He tortures other demons? No, it's just everyone can do real magic, so sleight of hand street tricks aren't very impressive. Besides, he's kind of annoying. Yes, it is I, Simulda, officer of the physical torture area, at your service. Here's my card. Watch out. He conjures 3 cards in his left hand and throws them at you. You all jump back, but the cards fail to reach you and fall to the ground. They're just cards. Oh, why did you have to jump away? Those things are expensive to print. The accounting department will have a field day with me if they find out that I'm just tossing them around. The demon rushes forward to pick up his cards. Lucien conjures an arrow and points it at their throat as the creature stands back up. Stop wasting time with your foolishness. We know that you're here to kill Kobu. I'm giving you a chance to walk out of that body and leave, or I'll force you out. Simulda laughs. His smile grows even wider as he strokes the side of his face. Oh, yes, I love the scowl. That face, show me more. I just can't get enough of it. The demon tries to claw for Lucien's face. The angel kicks him back. Ever heard of personal space? Don't bother telling him off. I think he gets off from all the negative attention. Oh yes, call me scum. I love it. Your utter hatred for me is the greatest expression of love. He twirls around while waving his hands about. The items jingling in his pockets serenade his every movement. I'm sure everyone in the underworld would love to hate on you. Why don't you just go back? The demon stops his little dance and drops his hands. You think everyone even has time to speak to each other? It's all about the work now. We only worry for the job, the endless lines of souls that need to be tortured. No satisfaction, no free time, only productivity. It's enough to drive even the most enthusiastic demon to despair. We slave for the precious soul energy that Lord Vendrick pumps into his own personal army. All for the fucking sake of the underworld. You can hear the sarcasm drip from his twisted lips. I remember you were less cynical than this last time. Well, let me carve up a new memory that you will take to your graves. I'll kill you and have Lord Vendrick grant me my wish, my own personal audience to watch me perform forever, and they'll hate it. The demon chunks the business cards at you. Unlike last time, they shoot through the air at velocity. Toast jumps out in front of you and takes the hits. You hear the sound of metal cutting through flesh. Toast growls as the cards have buried themselves deep into his right forearm. Fuck, that still hurts. Toast. Toast yanks out the cards, dropping onto the ground with a clank. What did he do to the cards? Run, Kobu. It's over if you're dead. This is no time for intermission. The demon slams his left hand down. A surge of power runs beneath your feet. You are unable to comprehend what the demon pulls on, but you soon feel the ground literally give out beneath your feet. The three of you slip and fall onto the tarmac. The road beneath you and the demons has turned a dull gray. He doesn't give you a chance to stand up. The demon leaps upon you. The nails of his left hand elongate into razor-sharp claws. He swipes at your chest. Die, die, die! You kick him off of you. You somersault back onto your feet. Your back instantly pays the price for that move. You yelp out in agony. My back. Dude! Don't go making this harder than it already is. Frantically assessing the area, you see a tarmac textured blanket next to the demon's feet. There's no time to ponder further as Lucien launches a barrage of feathers at the demon, going straight for his eyes. Simulda is quick on his feet. 1 step, 2 steps, he dodges the feathers like he's tap dancing for a crowd. At the end of the volley, Simulda throws his arms wide and he lets out a loud "Ta-da!" Two can play at that game. The demon pulls 4 oversized mechanical bolts from his pockets with his left hand, yanking the bolts head off forcefully with the other. You see the screws stretch as though it were a rubber band. Lucien! Simulda releases one of the taunt bolts and it goes flying towards Lucien. The angel conjures a bow made of pure soul energy. He bats the incoming bolts into the ground. The bolts penetrate the earth. Small cracks form around the points of the impact. Cheap tricks from a cheap demon. Is that all you've got? Lucien readies his bow. He pulls back its string, conjuring an arrow, ripping with the same energy that formed his feathers. Eat this! Toast rushes forward towards the foe, coming into Lucien's crosshairs just as he is about to release the arrow. Shit! The angel swings his bow away just in time. The arrow is let loose, but it zooms past Toast's head and explodes midair. Toast halts to turn to the angel. What the hell? Watch where you're aiming! Get out of the way! The demon takes advantage of the opening and swipes at the ghost's sides. The hyena howls loudly. Bastard! Toast throws a punch, but the demon blocks it with his hand. You hear a loud clank when Toast's fist makes contact with the demon's hand. Your friend leaps back, clutching his trembling limb. What the hell? He's made of metal now? Indeed, the demon's left hand now has a steel-like shine coating his fur. Does it matter if it's metal or flesh? We need to knock the demon out of that body. Lucien readies another shot with his bow. Without an ounce of hesitation, he fires his arrow. The demon manages to bring his left hand to his neck before the shot lands. Yes! The brief joy of victory is quickly subdued out when the arrow just continues its path into the demon's head like it was sinking into a piece of rubber. Simulda's head reforms like a flattening cartoon character, reinflating and ejecting the arrow out. Lucien's arrow floats to the ground and disappears before touching it. Your leg begins trembling in the face of the demon's display. Simulda lets out a wicked laugh. Yes, more, struggle, scream. He tilts his head while extending his tongue out. Give me more of your love. Run, we don't know what we're dealing with here. The three of you run away in the opposite direction of the demon. Don't turn your backs on me. You will miss the show. You look back to see that the demon is about to do. It gives chase while digging into its pockets. He pulls out a bottle of glue and crushes it with his right hand, spilling the glue all over. With his free hand, he grabs several bolts from his pocket and throws them at you. Watch out, he's doing something. Your warning fails, however. The bolt lands by each of your feet and mysteriously transforms into a gooey mess, rooting you to the ground. It's glue! He's turned the screws into glue! Kobu! The demon closes in on you, screaming your name madly. You scream and try to summon a portal to save yourself, but nothing appears. A powerful explosion erupts behind Simulda, sending him flying through the air away from your group. He lands with a thud on his head and collapses on the ground. What? Is that? It's the pig! As the smoke clears, Moris casually walks over to you with a piece of pizza in his mouth. Sup? You break free from your gooey entrapment with a strong heave. Lucien and Toast do the same. Moris, you took long enough. That was wicked. How'd you blow him up? Magic. How nice of you to pick up food on your way here. We were just fending for our lives. Moris. I didn't. I swear I ran over as soon as I got the text. I was in the middle of lunch. Couldn't let it go to waste. Did you bring any for me? Moris munches up the last slice in his hand. Nope. Damn it. So, what are we dealing with over here? The demon. Did it get banished from the body? I hope not. I haven't paid it back for the scratches it gave. Quick, inspect the body. Toast and Lucien approach the unconscious figure. The angel has his bow drawn at the ready. You gotta give me more to go on. The demon can manipulate the properties of objects, including its own body. I just don't know how. Toast picks up the body by the collar of his jacket and shakes it about. Hey, you still in there? The freelancer's head quickly rises to attention, Simulda slipping out of his jacket and shaking his way onto Toast's back. Burn, you insolent spirit! Toast's entire body turns a shade of brown. What the? Toast, watch out! The demon kicks a hyena in the back and into Lucien, sending them both onto the concrete. You see Simulda holding a matchbox, ready to light it. Toast gets up, but Simulda ignites the flame and tosses the flaming match at Toast. The hyena's entire body bursts into flames. Your ears are deaf to the world as you scream his name. Moris casts a water incantation, dousing the ghost's body, but when the flames are extinguished, only the smoldering wooden puppet remains. Lucien fires another arrow, just for it to be ensnared into the demon's right hand, the angelic magic imbued within it, withering away. Death of a demon by an angel's own magic. How poetic. He extends his left hand at you. It glows with the same brilliant light as Lucien's arrow before a beam of light is fired your way. Moris pushes you back and blocks the attack with his bandaged hand. The demon's attack shreds and dissipates, the boar's watch acting as some kind of magic shield. Heh, how convenient. Moris and Lucien ready their attacks, but neither of them make a move. They seem to realize that any further attacks would be reflected. You need more time to think of a plan. You, Simulda, I remember now. I remember clearly who you are. Do you now? Please sing my praises. Let your thoughts be filled with me and only me, a performer's greatest accomplishment. You're the one who's always transforming people's body parts into the torture zone. Yeah, I remember now. You're well known for attaching weird things onto souls with your power. Yes, it is I. My tortures are a work of art. Every piece is an element of my inspiration. Have you ever seen a head attached to an arm? It is a beautiful sight. A typical demon, but your chaos ends here. I already figured out how your powers work here. That won't do you any good. You use your right hand to hold whatever item you need with a specific trait. A soft cloth, a sticky glue, or stretchy gum. Then with your left hand, you imbue those elements on yourself or other objects. That's how you've been doing all of this. Simulda laughs in a low tone. Fabulous. It's exactly that. My performance would be even greater in the underworld, where I wouldn't need to rely on these pathetic mortal objects that crumble after I use them. Alas, it is suffering that inspires artists to create. And this? He spins around. This is some of my best work. He steals skills with his right hand and projects it with his left. Your eyes widen as an idea comes to mind. Yeah, well, we're going to kick your butt back to the underworld. Then you can open your blasted art gallery there. I already know what happens if you make him redirect his attack at him. You'll never win because we have the perfect nullifier. You walk over to Moris. What are you doing? Play along. You whisper, taking off the boar's watch and showing it to the demon. This watch is the perfect nullifier. It can disable all magic skills. You can deflect all you want, but you can't beat me as long as I have this. We'll see about that. Simulda raises his chin, his eyes narrow as he focuses on the watch. Keep attacking. Don't let him move. Lucien fires another arrow, but Simulda catches it as expected. He redirects the arrow back at Moris, who goes on the defensive, casting a blast of magic fire as a shield. The shot penetrates the flame and burns the boar's right shoulder. Urgh. Moris glares back and launches a blast of fire, a futile attempt as once again the attack is turned on Lucian. The angel tries to block with his bow, its magical form dissipating while absorbing the fire. Moris, hold back, you idiot! You try to hold back with the hole in your shoulder! The demon is distracted by their argument, looking from one to the other. You take the chance and run over with Moris's watch, but Simulda is aware of your presence. Trying to sneak up on me? You're 100 years too young, Kobu. You try to land a punch on the demon's head, but Simulda has the greater reach. He forces you onto your knees with an uppercut to your stomach. The watch falls out of your hands, allowing the demon to swiftly snatch it up. Fool! You've handed me your own demise! You see the moment Simulda's powers activate, the watch in his right hand is reduced to black dust. Blast his ass before he can attack! Moris and Lucian fire their magic at the demon. Their attack hit an invisible barrier around the demon, disabling their magic before even making contact with the single fur on Simulda's host's body. I win! I am indestructible to you fools! No magic can destroy me now! You look up at the demon. Magic might not be able to touch you, but good old fists still can. Toast! The ghost emerges from the ground, now with his ethereal form. You again! Toast throws a punch at the demon. Simulda ducks down, reaching for the ground to try and absorb some form advantage. But nothing happens. When he absorbs the magic nullifying trait of Moris's watch, he unknowingly also nullified his own magical powers. The demon's eyes widen when he realizes his powers have failed. At the same time, the hyena's fist swings around again and makes contact, phasing through the mortal body and knocking the demon out of it. Simulda slides out to the ground, groaning in pain. Toast stands above him. You got some balls breaking a gift someone made for me. Let me repay you twice-fold. Toast throws a barrage of punches at the demon. Simulda's face is bruised over and over with every hit. Go to hell! One final punch and the demon explodes like an overinflated balloon. Nothing remains of its body. All four of you look at each other, panting and drenched in sweat. You all exchange silent nods before getting yourselves in order. We did it. Yes, we did, in a rather crude, ineffective manner, but we did do it. Toast looks at Moris. The boar's shoulder seems to be healing all right. The bleeding has stopped too. Sorry about the doll, dude. Don't worry about it. You think a little fire is going to break years of exorcist engineering? I have a spell to fix it right up. Your watch? Shit, yeah, I needed that. You all walk over to the mortal vessel of the demon. You search their hands, but nothing remains of the watch. Nothing. Not a trace left of it. I'm sorry. Fuck, that thing was expensive. Sorry. No, it's fine. It's a small thing compared to what could have happened. He's coming too. Let's give the mortal some breathing room. The person stands up and looks around with a dazed expression. Nasan ako? Huh? Sorry, I don't understand you. Kasi kanina lang nasa bahay ako? Tapos winish ko lang naman na sana maging internet famous ako kahit konti? Anong nangyari at napapak ako rito? I'm sorry, dude. I don't know how I can help you. I don't think he's from around here. I'll escort him to the police. Let them deal with it. Take the doll back home, and I'll meet you guys there when I'm done. Let's head back to the apartment quick. I gotta rest up before my shift. Lucian and Moris cast tired looks at you. If you show even a fraction of this much dedication to your underworld job, I'd say that you make a halfway decent demon lord. Guys, I'm going now. Moris takes out his phone and uses the translating application to let the person know what has happened. Luckily, the guy doesn't ask much and follows Moris to the police station. I'll help you carry the doll. You nod. Turning to the doll, you see Toast poking at it. Guys, I think the butt is broken on this thing. There's a huge crack on it. He laughs out loud. Lucien just shakes his head while you chuckle softly. Lumbering along with the puppet in your hands and the angel's hands, the three of you make your way to your apartment. To be continued. Thank you for playing the latest update. If you want to let us know how we're doing, leave a rating and a comment on our itch.io page. We want to hear from you. Click the itch.io logo on the main menu to be taken to the page directly. Where the Demon Lurks is supported by those who sponsor us on Patreon, consider supporting us so that we can make the game bigger and better. Click the Patreon logo on the main menu for more information. Well, you heard them. So yeah, they have a Patreon, and if you want to support the project, then you can do so by clicking on the Patreon, or by clicking on it in the description, because you guys aren't playing it, I am playing it, so you kind of have to do it through there. Also, if you would like to play the game, because you obviously can't click the itch.io page on here thingy, you can do so by going down into the description and clicking on the Twitter link to the official Where the Demon Lurks Twitter pages. And of course, you don't need Twitter in order to do this. You can still click on it, and you should be able to see, the first few tweets, and you should see a direct link to the itch.io page for Where the Demon Lurks, so you can download the game either on Android or for PC or even Mac, and you can play it. So yeah, woo. And well, yeah, so yeah. So we kind of did this out of order, so stuff happened. Toast got a body. Yay. Kind of funny how it got burnt up again. And it seems that Moris is coming along to the idea of, having to work with the former demon lord, and then, a ghost, and also, the angel. So yeah. Omar Alvarado again, as per usual, I have to mention the name. But yeah, so that was a pretty short update, compared to usually Lucien's updates, where his are a little longer, I think. Actually, I'm not sure. Are they usually longer? I think they're usually longer, or at least the previous one was longer, because he's the one that started first with the updates. So he had less going on. So yeah. I don't know if they'll, eventually even out or whatever. Anyways, but yeah. So how are you liking Toast's route compared to Lucien or Moris? Personally, I like Toast because he's funny. He's fun, enthusiastic, and it's fun to make his voice all like what's the word? Boisterous and like woo. Whereas Lucien is all like prim and proper, and Moris, I don't really know what I'm doing with that voice, but yeah, is usually trying to find not making him sound like Kobu. Anyways, but yeah. So yeah, comments, write it down in the description, and yeah. Well, I'll read them and answer whichever ones I think, I can answer. And yeah, so since we did this out of order, I guess that's it for now, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.